Hello, everyone. You know what? It's Friday. Yes, it is. Woohoo! It is Friday. How are you this Friday night? How are you this Friday night? Tell me about your Friday. What are you grateful for this Friday? I am grateful for you on this Friday night. All of you all concerned about this hurricane thing they're talking about. A bunch of hullabaloo. Hullabaloo, I hope. How are you this Friday night? It is great to have you here live on Friday night, the 20th already. We've knocked out 20 days of August. Hey, Angela, great to have you here. Adele and Dazzle are here. That means, Dazzle, it is treat time. It is great to have you here. How was your day, Angela? What is great in your world? What are you grateful for? We had another good day of customers coming in. I had lots of the resale people out there checking in on me, making sure we are all ready for the hurricane. I did before coming on, I did start up the generator and make sure it's all lubed and ready to go. Added some more gas, spilled some gas, but it started. That should mean that we keep power. If the generator's working, we should have power. We should have power and not need the generator, right? That's the way that logic works. Hey, Florida Angie, it is great to have you here tonight, live. That's the way I think it should work. We had a good day, Angela says, after they fixed half our AC. 2 months with no air. Oh my God, that's awful. Angela, that is awful. That is terrific. I'm glad it got fixed. We had a period of time where we had to get creative with our AC. It was actually right during a NARTS conference one year. I got the call during a NARTS conference that the copper out of our rooftop AC units had been stolen. And that took a while to get all sorted out. And so it really strained the AC systems, the rest of the systems that work. I still had, 3 rooftop units or something, or 2 rooftop units. And they put extra vents off of those to try to make it. But it still was in some parts of the store was really hot for a while. Again, Adele, these are things you can't make up. These are true stories of resale. But our guy just serviced those units the other day. He was just there doing some preventative maintenance. He called to say, "Hey, I'm here just checking on things." I'm like, I like when he just checks on things. I like it when he's checking on it and versus having to fix it when you don't expect it. But that's a long time, Angela. So I feel for you, and I know what that'll be good for business now that it is working again. So I am happy for you. On the positive side, think of what you've saved the last couple months on your electric bill. So let's always look for the positive in things. Let's always look for the positive in things. Angela, you have a lower electric bill this summer. It is, you gotta find the positive in everything. You gotta find the positive, Angela. It is harder work. I fully admit finding the positive is hard work, but that hard work has benefits. That hard work, finding the positive, not dwelling on the negative is how we have stepped through this entire pandemic. Okay. Not dwelling on things, and that here we are standing at the end of week 74, 75, one more day to go, but we have knocked out, you have knocked out 2/3 2/3. 2/3 of the month of August. That is 2/3. 2/3. That's amazing. I'm so happy for y'all. I'm happy for us too. I'm happy for us too that we've knocked out 2/3. Hey, Kitty, how are you? Let's get this program started because you guys are standing between me and dinner. I said if I'm more on time tonight, Cassandra just got home, and I'm like, I'll go on right now, and we're eating up leftovers. So leftovers is at the end of this. Let's get started with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is where we start this program every night. Tonight we are on page 120, if you're following along in the book. Good morning. This first school dance in the gym is hella scary, but good music is playing and your friends are here, so F it, let's dance. I remember the old school dances. I remember we used to roller skate in the gym. In elementary, we would roller skate at school. That was sort of like the before we were old enough to have a school dance. We could have school roller skating in the elementary school. It's Friday night, people. You know what that means. It's Friday night trivia. Do you have your trivia cap on? Are you ready? Are you on top of things? We are broadcasting tonight on both Facebook and YouTube. Any problems with Facebook, just hop on over to YouTube. Cassandra's got the link for you in the Facebook comments. All right, here is this week's trivia. Again, 3 of these stories are actually real. 3 of them are actually real. 1 of them is made up. Which is the fake story? Story number 1, IHOP will be serving alcoholic beverages for the first time. Story number 2, IKEA is opening 3 standalone locations for its in-store restaurants. Swedish meatballs on your local street corner. Adidas has teamed up with the Simpsons for a Ned Flanders-inspired shoe. Or story number 4, Dr. Pepper has created a chocolate-flavored soda. So one of those stories is fake. The rest of them are real. Was it IHOP will be serving alcoholic beverages for the first time? Is IKEA opening 3 standalone locations for its in-store restaurants? Is Adidas teaming up with the Simpsons for a Ned Flanders-inspired shoe? Or has Dr. Pepper created a chocolate-flavored soda? One of those is fake. The rest are true, people. I can't make this stuff up. Extreme dorm makeover. So, we've talked about how shopping for the dorm is back this year, okay? After a hiatus, you really have 2 groups of students going to be in the dorms for the first time this year, freshmen and sophomores potentially, or gap year students. So it's a mix of students going back. But the spending is up. And where are dorm people looking for their inspiration, for their dorm inspiration? TikTok. TikTok is the king of dorm room content. And that is where it has created a cottage industry of influencers and home decor brands ready to help these newly independent students. Independent, glam up their tiny homes. It's sort of like MTV's Cribs meets Extreme Home Makeover, but for dorms on TikTok. Hashtag dorm is tagged in 27,000 plus videos and has nearly 300 million views. Hashtag dorm life has 2.7 billion views and climbing. And students are not cutting costs like they ever did. I think I had in my Facebook memories this week, one of the times we were moving Rebecca in showed up in my Facebook memories. And it's kind of sad, not moving her in. We've had a couple of years now that we're not moving her in. Although her pad here keeps on getting nicer. Her pad here keeps on getting better. But her pad here does keep on getting better. Well, I can't go to the next thing before before we answer the first trivia. I have double trivia tonight. Okay, we've got guesses here. Adele and Kitty are in agreement that IHOP is the fake story. No, that is not the fake story. IHOP will be serving alcoholic beverages for the first time. It used to be just the place to go, IHOP and Denny's in the middle of the night after you were drunk. Now you can go there to drink. Okay, IHOP will be serving. I mean, keep in mind, IHOP owns Applebee's too, so they already have experience with liquor. So that is a true story. So 2 of the remaining stories are true and 1 is false. Again, the remaining stories are IKEA is opening 3 standalone locations for its in-store restaurants. Adidas is teaming up with the Simpsons for a Ned Flanders-inspired shoe. Or Dr. Pepper has created a chocolate-flavored soda. What is one of those is fake? That doesn't seem to go together. I know, Adele. It's sort of, I'm not sure which part of that. The drinking at IHOP with your pancakes, or that IHOP and Applebee's own each other. It's sort of like that marriage of Kmart and Sears. It's both of those things don't work. Maybe maple martinis. I love it. I love how your thinking goes, Kitty. I love how your thinking goes. The silver bullet there at IHOP, a Georgia congresswoman has introduced the shopping center revitalization bill. The Greater Revitalization of Shopping Centers Act of 2021. A congresswoman representing a suburban Atlanta district has introduced a bill that would help communities redevelop failing malls. Okay. A bill that would authorize $50 million in grant subsidies over the next 2 years to help our redevelopment of failing centers or ones with high vacancy rates. Like finding new uses for them, putting healthcare into them, finding new tenants, all sorts of things. As a bunch of malls in the Atlanta area have gone back to the bank and stuff, and that's a problem all over the country. But $50 million doesn't redevelop squat in mall redevelopment. So I don't see that happening, and that bill ain't going anywhere. The way our Congress works, that bill is going nowhere. It really needs, for it to be useful, probably a B after it instead of an M. So it needs to be more like 50 billion to be effective. And, these developers, have got a lot of money. That's not where I want to give my money. I don't want to give my money to the developers. Not in straight up money. Not in straight up money. I don't want to do it. We have a developer here in Connecticut that's having problems, that started on a bunch of apartments, has been taking deposits from people, and your apartment will be ready in 3 months. You can move in 3 months. 3 months is the answer. And he's defaulted on all his to all the companies he got materials from. All the local companies he got materials and labor from have all filed lawsuits against him. And now there's signs all over, selling all this stuff, from his cars collection to his Rolex, to avoid foreclosure. There's signs up to go to the foreclosure sale, to register to go to that, to the pre-foreclosure sale. You can't make the stuff, I mean, if I, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot. BJ's, the wholesale club, is getting into the employee bonus game, giving out, the headline is great, makes BJ's sound like a great company, $8 million. So, and it's important to know what these companies are doing, because this is partly what you're competing against as we talk about hiring, but it's not really. You got to remember all the other things you do for employees, all the greatness that you bring to employees is so much more important than these one-off deals. So BJ's will give qualifying full-time hourly team members a $300 bonus and part-time hourly team members a $150 bonus. So it's important to just understand what the big guys are doing with bonuses and be aware of it. So that you are knowledgeable about it in the marketplace. Hey, Jennifer, great to have you here. Great to have you here. We have one that works one person who works part-time for us and one part-time for Yankee Candle, and now would like to be full-time for us, but is going to need a quarter more. We'll think about that. I'm not there with it. I'm not more because the employee needs to get there and everything, needs to get a little further ahead and a little more oomph with it. But we'll get there. Jennifer, I'm threatening, everybody in Florida has contacted me about this hurricane to prepare for it. So, if we get this hurricane, I'm sending you guys a blizzard. And I'm not talking about the kind from DQ this winter. I'm just saying. Well, you guys are really giving up early on this trivia this week. So nobody's going in. You guys all guessed IHOP. That was not the correct answer. The correct answer this week, it was just upgraded to a category 2. Well, this news from Florida keeps on getting better. I'm glad that Weatherman Mike is keeping on top of this for us. I did test the generator. So I did tonight test the generator, and it works. Although, most people are nervous that I don't have enough gasoline for the generator, so I may have to go out tomorrow and buy more gasoline. But we do have the generator. I tested it. It worked tonight anyway, so we shouldn't have any power outages because it works. So, again, one of these stories was false, and you guys guessed IHOP will be serving alcoholic beverages for the first time, which was a true story. The other story is where IKEA is opening 3 standalone locations for its in-store restaurants, Adidas teaming up with The Simpsons for a Ned Flanders-inspired shoe, or Dr. Pepper creating a chocolate-flavored soda. Jenny the Weather Lady. I thought you were Nervous Nelly. You have so many names for you. There are so many names for you. Jenny the Weather Lady, Nervous Nelly from Naples, the Fashionista. I mean, you go by more names than you have more aliases than a common criminal. I'm just saying. Oh, but I still love you. You're awesome. All righty. You are complex. You're like an onion. You have many layers. You're like an onion. So the fake story this week, and I'll give you, because I had to, you got to remember, every time I read this stuff, I'm like, is that really the fake story? I mean, it really sounds so real. And I did not circle it. A lot of times I circle it so I don't forget. But it is IKEA is not opening standalone locations for its in-store restaurants. You got to go to the IKEA to get the Swedish meatballs. If you're going to get the Swedish meatballs, you got to go to IKEA. But that means Dr. Pepper has created a chocolate-flavored soda. IHOP is going to serve alcohol with its pancakes. And Adidas is creating a Ned Flanders-inspired shoe, and it looks like this. Okay, I can tell Adele is going to catch up on start binging The Simpsons so she can understand their fashion sense. Okay, but there you go. No Swedish meatballs. Okay, so here is your bonus trivia tonight. I know trivia is complex. The number 5 consumer product category, okay, CPG category, that is below beer and soda, okay, so lower than beer and soda. So beer and soda is higher on the list. So that's 1 through 4. Beer and soda are in 1 through 4. And higher than wine and milk, okay? It does look like an old man shoe, but Ned Flanders wasn't old. I mean, I'm going back a long time now to when I actually saw a Simpsons episode. A long time. But this is this is celebrating 30 years. Yes, I was more 8 than ish. I'm trying to get this in before dinner. I'm late with dinner tonight. Kelly. It is great to have you here live. So in between beer and soda, but higher than wine on the consumer product goods category list of top sellers, what is number 5 on the list? What is number 5? And this is a tough one, I know. This one I would argue is even tougher than the real trivia tonight, than our standard Friday night trivia. I do not think you will get this one, even though we are coffee, milk. No, milk is below. Hey, Rose, you snuck in here. It is actually pet food. I'm going to give you this one because it's hard. Pet food is number 5 of the best performing categories. Below beer, but above wine. The top 5 rounded out. The top 5 are salty snacks, cigarettes, carbonated beverages, beer, and then pet food. Pet treats is its own category, and it falls all the way to number 43. Basil, what's up with that? 43. It is why Chewy does well. And it's interesting. I have a good friend who does both. He has a pet store. He had a chain of pet stores. Now he's down to 1. But he also has a wholesale business for pets where he wholesales to Chewy and to all the other guys. Pet food. So it is an interesting business. It's a very interesting business. And I'll save that for tomorrow. From our friends at the SBA, they haven't released their updated regulations, but it's coming soon. I'm expecting it either to drop over the weekend or next week, purely next week, for things with the idol and some other things, some other benefits from the SBA. But 2021 PPP loans are being quickly forgiven. So far, about 1.27 million of the PPPs issued in 2021 have been forgiven, or about 20%. The vast majority of PPP loans that are being forgiven are for loans under $50,000. About 1.12 million of the 1.27 million loans were under $50,000, while another 107, almost 108,000 were for loans between $50,000 and $150,000. Meanwhile, of 2021 loans, just 538 for loans over $2 million so far have been submitted for forgiveness. They haven't been forgiven yet, but they've been submitted. So the SBA is working hard to get the little guy. You have a pet bakery in Albuquerque that makes desserts and pastries for dogs. That's really cool. I love that stuff. I don't like buying it when we had pets, but it suckers you in. It suckers you in. I mean, gourmet pet treats. It's a thing. It's a thing. You know what else is a thing? This video and everything I talk about. This video and everything I talk about goes over to narts.org/resale strong by noon the next day. Noon, I tell you, it's all over there. All the links, all the files, all the references, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, ring the bell so you know when a new one drops. You can also share it with all your friends in business, all of them. The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, we're here to help everybody make it across to the other side. Oops. Oh, Rose, congratulations. I'm so excited that you got your third shot today. That is great to know that you can get it early if you are immunocompromised. You have a wonderful week and evening, Heidi. I am here every night in the Narcs private Facebook group and streaming on YouTube. But if you have a question in between, you just email me, Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. Tonight, we're on page 120. Good morning. The first school dance in the gym is hella scary, but good music is playing and your friends are here. So F it. Let's dance. Our good night tonight is good night. The first school dance in the gym is hella scary. It's dark in here, but the music is loud and we'll never be this young again. So let's dance. Let's dance, people. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah even. We will party again. We will party in person. And when we do, I'm going to be there with you. But until then, and until tomorrow night at more 8 than ish, know that you, and you, but most importantly you, yes you, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. It's time for dinner.